A very good afternoon to all of you. When I sat down to prepare my notes for this speech, the first thought that crossed my mind was, am I qualified enough to speak on this topic? Being an entrepreneur myself, the very concept of security is something that is quite unsettling for me. As Jiddu Krishnamurti had once said, tradition becomes our security, and when the mind is secure, it is in decay. For any entrepreneur, a sense of security brings in a feeling of stagnation. It is that constant sense of insecurity that eggs us on to keep challenging our limits and abilities to drive our growth. But then a nation does not and cannot function like an entrepreneur. Security is a precondition for the growth of any nation. The concept of security has underwent a sea change in the last decade. Earlier, anything on security issues used to be equated to arms and ammunitions. But now, technology has evolved so speedily and dramatically that the security threat can be orchestrated by the click of a mouse. Phrases like cyber terrorism, financial fraud, data theft, online surveillance, digital espionage, etc., which were beyond our imagination few years back, are now part and parcel of our lexicon. And all these are technology-driven. Technology has led to death of distance. The same applies to all, both honest and criminal minds from all geographies. Remember how two researchers, Charlie Miller and Chris Valasek, hacked into the Jeep Cherokee from miles away, gained control of its internal network, and then tampered with its transmission, brakes, and other safety-critical features. Please also don't ignore the threat of ransomware. Hackers take control of one's system and then demand a ransom to help the user retrieve the lost data. There are so many different ways to threaten our security in today's networked life. Much has been written about the mysterious dark web, where plots are apparently hatched and illegal money flows are transacted. These are terrifying. Technology is not mere facilitator, but also the disruptor. One of the ways to prevent technologies and weapons from falling into wrong hands is to restrict and regulate their export out of the jurisdictions possessing the same. By putting export restrictions, weapons and technologies can be exported according to set norms and under scrutiny. The Wassenaar arrangement on export controls for conventional arms and dual-use technologies and goods is one of such arrangements between many Western countries. But to include cybersecurity technologies under the Wassenaar arrangement is a retrogressive step, especially for countries like India, who essentially depend on imported cybersecurity products and services. Cyber attacks and cybersecurity are matters of international importance. In absence of any globally acceptable cyber law and cybersecurity treaty to tackle this menace, we need close collaboration. But the Wassenaar arrangement is virtually closing chances of cooperation. We hope Minister Singh sir and Ambassador Verma will put in a joint effort at the global level to liberalize the provisions of the Wassenaar arrangement so that developing countries can benefit from cybersecurity technologies. Your Excellency Ambassador Verma, in this case, Indo-US collaboration is a win-win proposition. With US technology, financial and technological muscle, and India's existence in IT manpower, we can create a global shield against cyber crimes. How prepared is our government to manage this threat? Is our government machinery abreast with the latest developments on the technology front to take on such challenges? An age-old wisdom talks of setting a thief in trial of another thief, because only a thief can think like a thief. I'm aware that, like most intelligence services, Indian intelligence services have recruited hackers known to the world as ethical hackers in order to counter the threat posed by cyber criminals and also to carry out other functions. I would like to make a suggestion here, sir. You're probably aware of a venture capital firm by the name In-Q-Tel, located in Virginia, USA. This was founded by USA's Central Intelligence Agency. This firm invests in high-tech companies for the sole purpose of keeping CIA and other US intelligence agencies equipped and updated with the latest on the technology front. Probably this is a concept we can try out in India too, where a designated government agency can invest in high-tech Indian companies and startups, and may even create new technology companies just to meet the needs of the Indian intelligence services. This can result in a quantum jump in India's preparedness to tackle cybercrimes. At the same time, such investments can yield revenues for the government over a long term. Of course, we need to be prudent in our planning process because blindly copying any models may not work for India. We must take care to ensure that we must not end up creating a Frankenstein. But this idea has merit, and if we are able to customize and develop it as per our needs, I guess we can greatly benefit from it. If we leave aside tech-driven security threat, India still has a lot on its plate to cope with. Uneven distribution of the fruits of growth has resulted in the deprived and marginalized segments of the society siding with separatist forces. Rise of insurgent and militant groups, some of which are ideology-driven, while some are driven by pure greed, have been a constant headache for the government. So balanced growth and new employment opportunities in the hinterlands and ensuring that the fruits of development are evenly distributed is the ultimate panacea to counter the malaise of polarization. In this regard, the government's focus on developing the agrarian and rural economy is spot on. However, it would take some time for the benefits to trickle down. Meanwhile, we need a vision document for a national internal security, and the agenda should be defined clearly, where role of each and every agency, the protocol of reporting, and the coordination strategy need to be clearly outlined. In India, law and order is a state subject, whereas Ministry of Home Affairs is responsible for internal security management of paramilitary forces, border management, center-state relations, administration of union territories, and disaster management. Thus, the subject of internal security in India spins a complex web around an ecosystem comprising local, state, and central governments, playing across the private and public sectors, law enforcement officers, protective agencies, and intelligence services. One of the key challenges is the coordination that is needed across all these agencies. So GST is not yet rolled out, but the IT backbone for GST network is ready. Why cannot a similar IT backbone be created for our intelligence purpose too, linking all these forces? Maybe the InQtel model suggested earlier can chip in into development of this too. The current level of technology penetration across different segments pertaining to inland security is very low. This must be addressed. And why not leverage India's software powers to come up with cost-effective solution? At the same time, it is imperative to equip our forces with the right arms and equipment to make them ready to take all the challenges. Private sector can play a role here with an emphasis on indigenization. Bulk procurements can also result in these economics of scale and thereby reducing overhead cost. Capacity building in internal security is imperative to match India's aspirations to be a global power. However, presently, private sector participation is somewhat restricted due to this sector being fragmented and there is no single decision-making authority. Also, current procurement process is complex and slow and entry costs are high. These needs urgent addressal to grow the economy. Friends, with these thoughts, I'd like to conclude my address. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir has rightly mentioned, and we all will agree that security is actually like an oxygen. We cannot see it, but we actually cannot live without it. So feeling the security, let me please invite on the podium for the theme address the CEO of Mahindra SSG, Shri Dinesh K. Pillai. Please put your hands together for him.
Good afternoon, Honorable Minister, His Excellency Mr. Verma, and dignitaries on the dais. I'm very happy that the government is giving focus to security in terms of economic security, homeland security, and cyber security. And I know for sure that various departments are actually working on these areas to take it to the level whatever is possible. The report that the MSSG has created is basically talking about the risks that we face on a day-to-day life in terms of various blocks and how it can be secured using technology and simple process correction. I've been told to end the speech in in the shortest possible time because of the exigencies of the minister. So I will cut short, but basically I just want to repeat some of the points which I repeated and spoke of in the morning, that if we continue to behave the way we are actually behaving with respect to security, then probably a lot of us from the last regime. Having said that, there are a lot of other areas which I just want to touch upon since the ministry is here. There are requirements of policy documents at the national level which we are working on. At the same time, there is also a need to make public-private partnership possible in this country. When I say public-private partnership, the private is willing to invest time, energy, resource into it. At the same time, we also need to be funded to an extent that the corporates can actually survive. So just to give you some kind of a statistic, sir, in the morning I was talking about this. Basically, I was touching upon the investment made by a criminal versus the loss incurred by a country. So in the 9/11 attack, this is all the paper reports that's floating around. In 9/11 attack, Al-Qaeda actually spent around 50 million US to create and execute this attack, whereas the loss of US at that point of time was estimated to be $3 trillion US, which means today, I mean, this we are talking about 2001, but today we are in 2016. The capability of people have increased, the capability of technology has increased, but I don't know whether we are actually catching up to that particular level. Now, when we look at US after that, the investments in terms of security, if I just take the number of people in US as an average, it comes to almost like 2,000 USD per person in that country. The point that we need to ponder is, are we anywhere near that when it comes to investments in security? So we cannot achieve security without investing and pumping in money. Government sponsoring companies to do R&D and get into the technology sites. Because the current level of technology which is existing in the country or in the world can be breached within minutes by people who know how to break it. The other issue with that is people who are actually wanting to take you off the radar, either as a government or as a department or as an organization, are willing to sacrifice their life for the cause they believe in. There is no better sacrifice than sacrificing somebody's life or investing somebody's life to achieve a purpose. I think what we need to really figure out is, are we so passionate about securing our infrastructure? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, sir. And now for the industry address, I would like to invite the Head of Strategic Industries, SAP India, Shri Siddhartha Gupta. Please put your hands together for him.
I've been told that I have to finish the address in 2 minutes. So first of all, sir, respected Home Minister, sir, and His Excellency Shri Verma, and fellow dignitaries, thank you so much for giving me this honor of being on the same dais with you, sir. We've grown up listening to you, and we are a big fan of your oratory and your idea of India. So thank you so much, sir. It's a pleasure. Just a very short introduction to SAP in one line. We are one of the largest enterprise application companies. How we differ from other people is that instead of selling tools, we actually make an application which is specific to a particular industry. So defense and public security is one key area of ours. We've created applications which we have sold to more than 200 public security companies, agencies across the world, as well as 250 defense organizations. In India, sir, we've done nearly 20 years of operations, and we are already supporting Indian Navy, Indian Army with their automation plans. So that is as far as SAP goes. I know I have to rush through this. We're talking about a digital India. We're talking about a digital empowered society. But what we kind of underplay is that we are also digitally empowering the enemies. So there are enough people who would be using the same platform, same skills, same technology to come and attack us. And the security agencies who are supposed to look after the society, they need to be empowered. And this cannot be planned as a point intervention. It cannot be one RFP that comes out. It has to be a planned intervention where we create an institution for adopting excellence across our security apparatus. So just last thought, sir, before I finish. I know I don't want to give her a chance to glare at me. So just last thought, from a perspective of security, if you look at the 3 pillars of security, broadly, logically, there is one system which is getting talked about quite a bit, that is how do we get signals and we are able to predict what kind of incident is going to happen. And I think a lot of talk has happened across the day around these kind of solutions, whether it's machine data, which is throwing IoT data, or human intelligence. But two unglamorous automations, sir. One, knowing on a click of a button what kind of assets are available with us across people with different jurisdictions. So whether it is the BSF or it is the other CAPF organizations or the police, which is state subject, where are the assets lying and what kind of battle readiness do they have? That system, along with a people system about how many people do we have trained to use those assets to respond to a particular incident. And then linking it to the third pillar, which is where we are taking in data and trying to predict or trying to react to a particular incident. This completely linked with a very secure and robust communication is the basis for us to go forward. We have already done, as SAP, along with our partners, are automating, sir, complete inventory for Army, complete inventory for Navy. We've created a complete budgeting and control system for Navy. So we're trying to create that backbone for us to respond and make our country even stronger. So thank you so much for this opportunity, sir. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much, sir. Most of the time when anchors are on the stage, they are known to be the anti-heroes of the stage. So sorry for that, sir. Friends, today as we are talking about the security, and we all know that security is not only a product, it's a process. So to understand the process, let me please invite on the podium the chairman of MKU Group, Shri Manoj Gupta. Please put your hands together for him.
Manni Gray Mantri ji, His Excellency Ambassador of US, Mr. Richard Verma, Shri Sunil Kanoria, President ASSOCHAM, ladies and gentlemen. It's a matter of great privilege for me to speak to you in presence of Honorable Home Minister Saab. This august audience is well aware of how the Honorable Minister, with his strong leadership and dynamism, has added a new dimension to the entire mechanism of homeland security in the country. In the last 18 months, he has been singularly focused on providing secure environment to the country. In the last few years, the responsibilities of internal security forces have grown manifold as threats have entered urban landscapes. Our central and state armed police forces are playing a very important and centric role in maintaining peace and harmony in the country. They are on the way to becoming a symbol of icon of new India. There is a need to create a shift in the image of Homeland Security soldier by making them well-equipped, well-kitted, and smartly geared up so that they represent a modern India. Sir, for this, much-needed upgradation of existing products and equipments is needed. Through this forum, I want to assure the Honorable Home Minister ji that private sector is quite capable of meeting all these requirements. It is time, sir, that the government trusts the private sector and provides an ecosystem for manufacturing all these products and equipments within the country. This will also be a right step towards Make in India. For making these products and equipments, manufacturing license is required. DIPP, in conjunction with MOD and MHA, is playing an active role in providing these licenses. However, it is felt that sometimes security clearances to these companies seeking license becomes an impediment. This, sir, needs to be looked into to make the process faster and more efficient. Sir, we at MKU manufacture body armor, helmets, footwear, and are doing our bit by ensuring the best technologies in the world are available in our country and to our forces. All these products are designed and manufactured to the user's satisfaction in state-of-art manufacturing facilities and R&D centers situated in Kanpur and Germany. In line with the Make in India, our company has set up a very successful JV with a German company to manufacture advanced electrical cable harnesses for aerospace in Kanpur. We are happy to inform you that today the latest Airbus aircrafts, including Air A320, 380, and now 350, come installed with these electrical cable harnesses produced in Kanpur. One critical sector which affects the security preparedness is arms and ammunition. Time and again, it has come to the fore that our forces are facing acute shortage of ammunition. Today, OFB is the only supplier to these forces and is hard-pressed to meet their ever-growing demands. I'm extremely grateful, sir, that you have taken time out from your busy schedule to be with us to share your thoughts on the matters that are extremely important to the industry in the present context. The discussions today have been extremely enlightening, and I hope the ASSOCHAM will compile the suggestions and present them to your office for consideration. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Friends, being a male is a matter of birth, and being a man is a matter of age. But being a gentleman is really a matter of choice. And today we are fortunate to have with us that gentleman who has taken this opportunity and this choice on him. Please welcome on the podium Ambassador of USA to India, His Excellency Shri Richard Verma.
Well, what a nice introduction. Mr. Minister, thank you. It's great to be with you, and really an honor for me. And all of the distinguished guests, I'm glad to be back here. I spoke at this same conference 1 year ago on these important topics. I know we're short on time, but I just want to cover a few areas. First, let me just set the landscape for you. You know, our Director of National Intelligence recently testified about something he called the unpredictable instability in the world today. And it used to be that the threats that we faced came from nation states or transnational groups, but now we face a dazzling array of threats that come at us not only from extremism, but now from displacements, migration, from extreme weather events, from global disease, from cyber attacks, from so many different areas. And so it does require a multifaceted way in which you tackle these threats, and it requires security partnerships. There may be no more important security partnership in the world today than the US and India. And I give all the credit to Prime Minister Modi and President Obama for deepening, broadening, strengthening that security partnership over the last few years in particular. And let me just mention three areas. I want to mention military to military, cyber, and homeland defense. On military to military cooperation, I think you may all know that India and the United States do more military exercises now between each other than with any other country in the world. Last year alone, I had the pleasure of going to Malabar. I had the pleasure of going to Yudabas, the military army exercise. I went to 3 different aircraft carriers in 3 different oceans, one with the Indian Minister of Defense, but each time I was accompanied by Indian naval officers and Indian naval aviators to talk about carrier cooperation. That's just in our military to military exercise category. I will tell you, our militaries are really good together, and they are about as good as you will get in the world today, and that's very exciting and very reassuring. On the procurement side, let me just say, we've moved well beyond buyer-seller relationship. We now want to build, develop, do joint research right here in India. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, I don't know why we can't make the most sophisticated fighters and carriers right here. We're already making parts of the President's helicopter here in India. We're making parts of the C-130 here in India. We can do a lot more, and it lines up perfectly with Make in India, with skilling in India. So on our military and defense relationship, we are very excited about where we've gone, where we have been, and where we are going. On cyber, let me just say, I think you all know this as well. There are about 3 billion people connected to the internet today, 400 million right here in India, and that number is only going to grow in the years ahead. Now, obviously, connectivity, digital connections create great economic opportunity. They create great opportunities for education. They also create significant risk. And we need to work together in this cyber domain, and we already are. We have a cybersecurity dialogue. We share threats when it comes to risks. And we really have appreciated India's leadership in the cyber domain. Their embracing of the multi-stakeholder model of internet governance has been so important. We've been talking about their leadership on international norms and customs, and we've been talking to them about possibly acceding to the Budapest Convention on Cybercrime, which would be an additional boost to our cyber defenses. So we're going to continue to make this a key priority area, which is cyber defense and cyber security. Finally, on homeland defense and training, not only do we have a homeland security dialogue, our training has been incredibly practical. And we have got all of our key agencies working closely with the Indian agencies. We've done anti-terrorism assistance. Our FBI just this week did a course on evidence collection after a significant blast. How do you collect evidence following explosive detonation? We've done joint training on our multilateral evidence collection process on foreign fighters. For the first time ever last year, thanks to the minister's leadership, we did a special operations course with the Ministry of Home Affairs National Guard, the first time ever. Again, focused on counterterrorism. Our Secret Service has been here. I could go on and on. I'm barely scratching the surface because of the shortness in time on what we're doing on homeland defense. But I can tell you it is a huge and important area. It is a growth area. We need to share the best technology. We need to share the best practices and make sure that we're fully aligned because, again, as we said, going into the future, there's no more important economic partner. There's no more important partner from a people-to-people perspective. But on matters of national security and homeland defense, there is no more important set of partnerships than the U.S.-India Security Partnership. And I am committed to ensuring that we go even farther and broader and live up to the vision that the Prime Minister and President have set for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Friends, ASSOCHAM has come up with a report and with the knowledge partner Mahindra SSG. So we would like to request Honorable Home Minister Shri Rajnath Singh to kindly do the honor of the release. I will request Shri Kanoria to please present its copy to Rajnath Singh, sir, for its release. It's a report by ASSOCHAM and knowledge partner Mahindra SSG. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया सर. Friends, we all know that our lives is a message, so we have to make sure that it's inspiring. And today we are really fortunate to have with us such personality whose life is really an inspiration for all of us in every way. So please put your hands together for none other than Honorable Home Minister, Government of India, Shri Rajnath Singh.
रहने दो, आजकल हर चीज टेढ़ी है. साइबर क्राइम के चैलेंज को भी मीट आउट कर पाना बहुत टेढ़ी खीर है. Friends, I will deliver my speech in Hindi. Chairman ASSOCHAM, Shri Sunil ji Kanoria, Ambassador of United States, His Excellency Richard Verma, Secretary General ASSOCHAM, Shri D.S. Rawat, Chairman YMKV Group, Shri Manoj Gupta, Head of Strategic Industries, Shri Siddhartha Gupta, Shri Dinesh ji Pillai, देवियों एवं सज्जनों, मैं यह मानता हूं कि यह सिक्योरिटी समिट जो हो रही है कई मायनों में बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है. वैसे सारे देश के सिक्योरिटी सिनेरियो के बारे में मैं यहां चर्चा नहीं करने जा रहा हूं क्योंकि मुझे कहा गया है साइबर क्राइम के संबंध में ही आप कुछ बातें अपनी रखें. वैसे जब भी मैं साइबर क्राइम के बारे में सोचता हूं और साइबर क्राइम के आंकड़ों को यदि मैं देखता हूं तो साइबर क्राइम के आंकड़ों में जिस प्रकार की एक्सपोनेंशियल ग्रोथ हो रही है, मैं इस एक्सपोनेंशियल इस वर्ड का यूज इसलिए कर रहा हूं कि मैं फिजिक्स और मैथमेटिक्स का छात्र रहा हूं। जिस तरीके से यह एक्सपोनेंशियल ग्रोथ हो रही है साइबर क्राइम में, इसको सोचते सोचते यदि मैं किसी ग्लास, किसी शीशे के सामने खड़ा हो जाता हूं तो हमारे इस मस्तक के ऊपर वाईफाई के स्ट्रांग सिग्नल्स दिखने लगते हैं। साइबर क्राइम को चेक करना ये बहुत ही चैलेंजिंग टास्क है। पहले यहां सिक्योरिटी का प्रश्न है, आप जानते हैं कि केवल 3 डायमेंशंस हुआ करते थे, 3 आयाम थे उसके, जल, थल, नभ। सिक्योरिटी की व्यवस्था सारी भारत में भी और सारी दुनिया ने जल, थल, नभ तीनों में जो कुछ भी कर सकती थी किया उन्होंने। जल वाले बैठे हैं, नेवी के लोग, लेकिन 20th सेंचुरी में एक नया डायमेंशन उसमें आ गया, स्पेस। उसका भी रास्ता लोगों ने निकाल लिया, सिक्योरिटी का। लेकिन बाद में 21वीं शताब्दी में एक 5वां डायमेंशन उसके साथ जुड़ गया, वह साइबर स्पेस का। और जब से मोबाइल रिवॉल्यूशन आया है, आप देख रहे हैं कि इंटरनेट गांव-गांव तक पहुंच गया है। मैंने गांव-गांव तक, जरूर अधिक शायद ही कुछ ऐसे गांव छूटे होंगे जहां पर कि किसी न किसी के पास कोई इंटरनेट नहीं होगा। नहीं इंटरनेट नहीं होगा तो मोबाइल तो जरूर होगी। मैं तो आज के 8-10 वर्ष पहले भी यह सोच नहीं सकता था कि गांवों में भी वहां का रहने वाला यूथ 2G, 3G, 4G की चर्चा करेगा। आज गांव में रहने वाले लोग भी 2G, 3G, 4G की ये सब चर्चा करने लगे। ऐसे हालात हो गए। मैं आंकड़े देख रहा था तो 2011 में साइबर क्राइम के जो मामले दर्ज हुए थे, जो रिपोर्टेड FIR है, वह 2141 और 2014 में वह 9622, यानी लगभग 4.5 गुना बढ़ गई। आप स्वयं कल्पना कर सकते हैं कि यह कितनी भयावह स्थिति है। और जैसे जैसे अब इंटरनेट की दुनिया बढ़ती जा रही है, वैसे ही ऐसे पूरे देश और दुनिया में भी साइबर क्राइम तेजी के साथ बढ़ता जा रहा है। और सबसे बड़ी समस्या जो साइबर क्राइम की होती है वो उसके डिटेक्शन की, इन्वेस्टिगेशन की और प्रोसिक्यूशन की, जो हम लोगों के सामने सबसे बड़ी समस्या आती है। इसको लेकर एक समस्या खड़ी होती है, क्योंकि साइबर क्राइम फेसलेस होता है और बॉर्डरलेस होता है। अब उदाहरण के लिए मैं कहूं, यदि कोई अपराधी बैंक को यदि लूटना चाहे तो उस अपराधी को योजना बनानी होगी, बैंक को आइडेंटिफाई करना होगा कि हमें किस बैंक को लूटना है, फिर उस बैंक में अपने मित्रों को भेजकर उसकी रेकी करानी होगी, उसको यह दिखवाना पड़ेगा कौन सा लाख तोड़ने के बाद ज्यादा से ज्यादा करोड़ों रुपए हमको मिल जाएंगे, यह सब कुछ करना होगा। यदि वह जाएगा वहां पर तो जरूर कुछ न कुछ ऐसे साक्ष्य, कुछ ऐसे प्रमाण, कुछ ऐसे एविडेंस, यदि उसको रजिस्टर कर लिया गया उस केस को, तो इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग एजेंसी निकाल सकती है कि भाई इतने यहां पर बैंक लूटने वाले लोग आए थे और इसी प्रकार से उन्होंने क्राइम यहां पर किया होगा। लेकिन साइबर क्राइम, इसके माध्यम से यदि कुछ कर ले, गांव में बैठा हुआ व्यक्ति भी, दुनिया किसी दूसरे देश में बैठा हुआ व्यक्ति करोड़ों करोड़ों रुपए लूट सकता है। क्या समाधान है इसका? इसीलिए मैंने कहा कि डिटेक्शन, इन्वेस्टिगेशन और प्रोसिक्यूशन में साइबर क्राइम को लेकर बहुत ही चिंता होती है कभी कभी। और कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि जब किसी दुनिया के दूसरे देश में बैठ के अथवा दूर दराज गांव में बैठकर इस प्रकार की हरकत यदि कोई करता है तो अपना डिजिटल ट्रेल भी नहीं छोड़ता है, इसमें भी उसे महारत हासिल है और बड़ी वारदात को वह अंजाम देने में सफल होता है। और जहां तक साइबर स्पेस सिर्फ अधिक अपराधियों की ही नहीं बल्कि आप जानते हैं कि हैकर्स की गतिविधियां भी लगातार ये बढ़ती जा रही हैं। इस दृष्टि से भी यह साइबर स्पेस लगातार इनसिक्योर्ड होता जा रहा है, असुरक्षित होता जा रहा है, ऐसी स्थिति पैदा हो गई है। और ये हैकर्स कई सिक्योर्ड नेटवर्क में सेंध लगाने में, उसमें प्रवेश करने में पूरी तरह से कामयाब भी हो जाते हैं। हैकर्स के कामकाज का तरीका यदि एक्सप्लेन करने की यदि कोई कोशिश करे तो बड़े बड़े आईटी एक्सपर्ट्स भी उनको कठिनाई होती है, उसे एक्सप्लेन कर पाना उनके लिए भी यह बहुत कठिन काम होता है, उनके बूते के बाहर की बात है। और दुर्भाग्यवश साइबर और नेटवर्क सिक्योरिटी में हमारे जो भी मौजूदा प्रोडक्शन और मॉडल्स हैं वह बामुश्किल, मैं आंकड़ों के बारे में हो सकता है कि थोड़ा बहुत अंतर हो, लेकिन बामुश्किल 15% मैलवेयर यानी एक प्रकार का जो कंप्यूटर वायरस होता है वह डिटेक्ट कर पा रहे हैं। ऐसे हालात हैं। और यह आंकड़े जो मैं आपको दे रहा हूं, वेरिजॉन एक मानी जानी कंपनी है, मिस्टर सिद्धार्थ परिचित होंगे इससे। वेरिजॉन यह मानी जानी कंपनी है। एक वहां रिपोर्ट वो प्रकाशित करते हैं जिसका नाम है डाटा ब्रीच इन्वेस्टिगेशन रिपोर्ट। उसमें यह सब सारे आंकड़े जो प्रकाशित हुए हैं जो मैं आपके सामने रख रहा हूं। जहां तक इस सिक्योरिटी समिति का प्रश्न है, मैं यह चाहूंगा सिक्योरिटी समिति साइबर स्पेस से रिलेटेड जो सिक्योरिटी क्राइसिस है उसके सॉल्यूशन के बारे में सोचे। मैं यह दावा नहीं कर सकता कि हमारी एक्सपर्टाइज है इसमें और मैं चटपट इसका कोई समाधान दे दूंगा। और मैं यह भी दावा नहीं करना चाहता कि जिस गृह मंत्रालय को मैं संभाल रहा हूं उस गृह मंत्रालय में साइबर क्राइम को रोकने की कोई फुल प्रूफ हम लोगों ने सिस्टम डेवलप कर लिया है, यह भी मैं दावा नहीं करना चाहता। और साइबर सिक्योरिटी और साथ ही साथ नेटवर्क सर्च और डाटा प्रोडक्शन ऐसे विषय हैं जिन पर भारत ही नहीं पूरी दुनिया के अंदर भी अब जागरूकता पैदा हो रही है। और इस अवेयरनेस को मैं समझता हूं कि और अधिक बढ़ाने की आवश्यकता है। और आतंकवाद के लिए भी साइबर स्पेस विशेष रूप से एक डीप डार्क वेब के रूप में एक शरण स्थली बन चुका है। और मैं समझता हूं इस बात से आप सहमत होंगे। एक सामान्य व्यक्ति इंटरनेट के बारे में जानकारी गूगल से लेता है क्योंकि वह सरफेस वेब है, कायदे कानूनों से बंधा हुआ नहीं है, इसलिए जो चाहे वो पूरी जानकारी निकाल सकता है। परंतु अल-कायदा, ISIS ये सब डीप वेब पर न केवल सक्रिय हैं बल्कि ऐसी दुनिया रच रहे हैं जो युवाओं को रेडिकलाइज कर रहे हैं और साथ ही साथ लोन वोल्फ बनने के लिए भी उन्हें मोटिवेट कर रहे हैं। यह भी एक संकट है। हाल ही में पेरिस और US में जो कुछ भी हुआ है आतंकवादी घटना, उसमें लोन वोल्फ और रेडिकलाइजेशन की सबसे बड़ी भूमिका रही है। साइबर क्राइम की रफ्तार को देखते हुए मैंने एक एक्सपर्ट ग्रुप बनाया था जिसका चेयरमैन मैंने डॉक्टर गुलशन राय, जो इस मामले में माहिर माने जाते हैं, उनको चेयरमैन मैंने बनाया था और वह रिपोर्ट आ चुकी है और उस पर हमारे मंत्रालय ने लगभग काम भी प्रारंभ कर दिया है। सबसे पहले ऑनलाइन रिपोर्टिंग, अब साइबर क्राइम की सुविधा बढ़ाने की दिशा में हमारा मंत्रालय इस समय काम कर रहा है। मॉनिटरिंग इन्वेस्टिगेशन के लिए मौजूदा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को और कैसे मजबूत बनाया जाए, कैसे उसे और अधिक इफेक्टिव बनाया जाए, इस दृष्टि से भी हमारा मंत्रालय इस समय काम कर रहा है। साइबर क्राइम के खिलाफ लड़ाई में नोडल एजेंसी के रूप में एक हम लोगों ने एक नोडल एजेंसी जो बनाई है उसका नाम I4C, इंडियन साइबर क्राइम कोऑर्डिनेशन सेंटर। जब मेरा प्रेजेंटेशन हो रहा था, जब डॉक्टर गुलशन ने अपनी रिपोर्ट दी इस संबंध में, तो उसमें IC4 लिखा था, इंडियन साइबर क्राइम कोऑर्डिनेशन सेंटर, IC4। तो मैंने कहा कि साइबर क्राइम का चैलेंज बहुत बड़ा है, IC4 मत लिखो आप, इसको लिखो I4C। तो उसका नाम बदलकर जो है मैंने, आगे की देखते हैं हम लोग, तो उसका नाम बदल दिया, इसीलिए मैं उसको I4C कहते हैं। अब हमारी मिनिस्ट्री ने भी उसको एडॉप्ट कर लिया है। तो एक ऐसी नोडल एजेंसी भी की स्थापना का भी निर्णय हम लोगों ने लिया है। देखिए, जहां तक मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी का प्रश्न है, मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी को रोका नहीं जा सकता, यह सिलसिला चलता रहेगा। जैसा अभी कौन कह रहा था, मिस्टर वर्मा या सिद्धार्थ कह रहे थे कि E-गवर्नेंस, M-गवर्नेंस और डिजिटल गवर्नेंस, यह सब सारा सिलसिला चला है, यह बढ़ता जाएगा, यह रुकने वाला नहीं है। और यहां तक कि गूगल ने अपने आकलन में कहा है कि 2020 तक सारी की सारी दुनिया ही ऑनलाइन हो जाएगी। लेकिन सारी की सारी दुनिया ऑनलाइन हो जाएगी तो खतरे के बारे में क्या होगा? यदि मैं कुछ बोल दूंगा तो बहुत सारे मैगजीन वाले मेरी आलोचना करेंगे। जो कुछ भी करना चाहिए, दैट मस्ट बी कंपैटिबल टू नेचर। अब आगे नहीं बोलूंगा, नहीं विवाद हो जाएगा। कुछ संकेत तो मिल गया होगा ना। अब ये संकट है, अब पूरा वर्ल्ड ही इंटरकनेक्टेड है, पूरा वर्ल्ड इंटरकनेक्टेड वर्ल्ड, जहां बहुत सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज देगा, बहुत सारे अवसर देगा, अवसरों का महासागर होगा। लेकिन यदि अवसरों का महासागर इंटरकनेक्टेड वर्ल्ड में यदि हमको प्राप्त हो रहा है, तो इस हकीकत को भी हमको मानकर चलना चाहिए, चुनौतियों का तूफान भी आएगा। ये सही है ना? महासागर है तो तूफान आएगा, चुनौतियों का तूफान भी आएगा। उससे निपटने की हमको तैयारी करनी पड़ेगी। और मैं समझता हूं साइबर सिक्योरिटी इंश्योर करने के लिए नेटवर्क सिक्योरिटी के लूप होल्स बंद करने पड़ेंगे। लेकिन मैं तो बंद कर नहीं सकता। जो आप में से जो एक्सपर्ट्स बैठे होंगे इस संबंध में सुझाव दे सकते हैं कि ये लूप होल्स कैसे बंद किए जा सकते हैं। और मैं समझता हूं कि यह समिट यदि कोई अपनी रिकमेंडेशन देती है, कोई सुझाव देती है, तो कोई रोड मैप तैयार करती है, तो मैं समझता हूं केवल कॉर्पोरेट्स और आईटीएंस के लिए भी यह लाभकारी नहीं होगा, बल्कि गवर्नमेंट के लिए भी होगा। जो पॉलिसी मेकर्स हैं उनके लिए भी यह लाभकारी होगा। और मैं यह मानकर चल रहा हूं कि यदि एसोचैम ने यह सिक्योरिटी समिट यदि ऑर्गेनाइज की है तो इसका लाभ हमारे देश को मिलेगा। और मैं एसोचैम को, इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को, सुनील जी आपको और पूरे आपके ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को मैं विशेष रूप से बधाई देना चाहता हूं कि इतने महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दे पर बहुत सारे एक्सपर्ट्स को आपने इनवाइट किया है और उनकी क्या ओपिनियन है, क्या व्यूज हैं इस मामले में, उसको सुना है। और इस सबको देखने के बाद कुछ ना कुछ एक्सपर्ट्स को दीजिए, प्लान कुछ चेकआउट करें कि क्या हो सकता है, कुछ रिकमेंडेशंस दें। मैं इतना यकीन दिलाता हूं कि आपकी जो रिकमेंडेशंस होंगी उस रिकमेंडेशंस को हम लोग देखेंगे, उस पर विचार करेंगे गंभीरतापूर्वक। और हमारी जो पॉलिसी भी है, गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसी साइबर क्राइम को चेक करने के लिए, उसमें कहां पर इसको हम क्या कर सकते हैं आपकी रिकमेंडेशंस के आधार पर, वो हम करने की कोशिश करेंगे। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ पुनः आपको मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट इस समिट ऑर्गेनाइज करने के लिए। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
बहुत शुक्रिया सर। सर, एसोचैम इंडिया की तरफ से सुनील कनोरिया जी आपको एक मोमेंटो भेंट करना चाहेंगे, सो दैट इट विल बी अ काइंड ऑफ रिमेम्बरेंस फॉर यू and for His Excellency also. Here is a memento. Thank you so much, sir. And with that, I would like to invite Shri D.S. Rawat for the vote of thanks. Please put your hands together for him.
Respected Shri Rajnath Singh ji, Honorable Minister for Home Affairs, Honorable His Excellency, and other President and all the dignitaries on the dais and of the dais. Sir, I would like to conclude my vote of thanks by expressing our deep sense of gratitude to you. You have been, as and when we have been coming to you, you have been encouraging us, guiding us, and that, whether you were in the government or you were in the opposition, you were the one who had been coming to ASSOCHAM very regularly in all the annual general meeting, excepting this year. Of course, you were traveling that day. But ladies and gentlemen, I would not like to take the much time of the Honorable Minister because he has to rush to the airport. I would request each one of you to kindly give a standing ovation to our Chief Guest, Shri Rajnath Singh.
Thank you so much, sir. And now it's the time to capture these wonderful moments in the golden frame of life via cameras, of course. Thank you so much, sir. And please hear it for Shri Rajnath Singh. Please have a huge round of applause one more time. With this, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite you for a cup of tea with us. Thank you so much. Shilpa Bhavna would like to take your leave. Thanks a lot.